Hi students, in this class we are going to discuss the concept of basic structure of C programming. Here we can see the structure of the C program. In the structure specified documentation section, link section, definition section, global declaration, then main function, then subprogram section. What we can specify in the documentation section? The command lines are specified in the documentation section. What is the purpose for defining command line means? We can given the name of the program or heading of the program we can specify within the command line section. The command line can be specified by two ways, single line command and multi-line command. Single line command we can specify by the two forwarded slash. Only these every command line section before we can start with two forwarded slash that can be specified the single line command. When we are going to specify the multi-line command, what is the multi-line command? We can specify the description of the program within more than one line. More than one line means this single command line is not sufficient to specify. Otherwise we have to specify before the each and every line forwarded two slashes. Avoid that single line command we can use for multi-line command. In this multi-line command can be specified by one forwarded slash, then star followed by the star. The same thing end with the star along with the forwarded slash. This can be specified by the multi-line command. When we are going to write a single line, that time you can use this single line command. When we are going to write multiple lines, that time we can specify the multi-line commands. In this starting from the first line, this star and the forwarded slash end with the ending line of the command line. It is not a restriction for how many lines we have to specify. More than one line we can under the section of multi-line. That kind of two single and multi-line command can be specified in the documentation section. Link section. What is the link section? Link section specifies the link functions from the system library. What are the system libraries are available? From the system library we can specify any function with that linking process can be done in the help of link section. Then definition section. What is the definition section? Here we can specify the symbolic concept. For example, a default value whenever we can use the program, that time we can go for symbolic concept. Symbolic concept means how can we define means has define a 3.14. What is the meaning for this symbolic concept? Mean I can define the value of the variable a to 3.14. For example, in the mathematical formula calculation process, we can use pi. For the pi, defaultly we can use the value for 3.14. That kind of static value of the variable we can use for the symbolic constant. So this kind of symbolic constant statement can be specified in the definition section. Then global declaration. What is global declaration? We can use two kind of variables in the programming. One was the local variable, another one global variable. In another one, two types are available, that is static variable and register variable. What is now we are going to discuss for global variable. Global variable means we can define the declare the variable before the main. Why means that variable value we can access to by any other functions in the below the main function. For example, the global variable value can be accessed by all the functions from the main itself. So that can be called as the global variable. The next section, main function. Main function section we can have the two part, declaration part and execution part. What is the purpose for declaration part? Declaration part in this program, what are the variable we are going to use? Before using the variable, we must declare the variables. That's why it can be called as the declaration part. Except the declaration part, remaining statement we can write in our program. For example, we can add two variables, add two numbers means we can use three variables. That can be declared by int a, b, c. After that we can specify printf given two variable, given two values. Then after that we can scan and specify %d, then ampersand a, ampersand b, the two variable value we can get. These kind of statements are called in the executable part. These only called as the declaration part. So in this main function only the initial program to execution. The execution of the program always start from the initial section of the main. After that the subprogram section. Subprogram section contain user defined function. User defined function means what are the function can be defined by the user. That can be called as the user defined function. Main is the built-in function. All the program always start and begin the execution within the main function. These are the user defined function. Whenever we can use more than one function means that time we can define the user defined function. So that is under the control of subprogram section. In this program structure, what is the mandatory function means main function only the mandatory function. Remaining sections are and also the link section also we can specify. Remaining the documentation is the options. Then definition section is the optional, global declaration is the optional, then subprogram section also the optional part. So link section and also the main function is the mandatory function for each and every program. Now let us see the example for one program. In this program I can specify, I'm going to display only one statement, welcome to C programming. Here how I can specify means this is the structure of the C program for the example. Here these are the header file has include stdio.h. stdio.h specify standard input output functions. .h specify the header file. Then conio.h specify console input output function. Here is the main function. Then whenever we can use the program printf and scanf, that is under the control of standard input output. We are going to specify the clear screen and getScreen. These are under the control of conio.h. In this program contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. But the execution always begin with the where the main function can be defined. That only the execution always start. This is the first line of the execution. After that only each and every line of the program can be executed. Whenever the clear screen can be executed, that time it can verify the conio.h file is available or not. Otherwise, if we are included means no error. If we are not included in the header file, that time we can receive the error message. Like the printf also executed, that time only verify the corresponding standard stdio.h header file is included or not. Otherwise it will give an error message. And also the getScreen is also under the control of conio.h. So in this program we can able to print welcome to C programming. That is the output for this program. Thank you students.